printing with abrasive materials on your Snapmaker U1, the way it comes from the factory, is almost impossible. You can do it, but it's going to destroy your nozzles. Fortunately, Snapmaker has a kit of hardened nozzles. We're going to install these today, and I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, the first step that you're going to have to do is to remove the filament from the printer. You're going to select the filament area. We're going to do unloading. We're going to select all of them. And we're going to click unload. Once the machine is finished unloading the filament, we're going to come into the settings, tool heads, detach tool head. Friendly reminder, don't forget to wind these back. Now that the tool head's detached, I'm actually going to tell the machine to pull the head up just to get it out of the way. You can do that by going into the settings, movement. We can bring it up. I'm just doing this to get it out of my way while I'm working. The next important thing is to actually turn the machine off at this point. I'm going to remove these tool heads. And just remember that tool head number 1 is the different one out of the 4. Now they got the screws unloose, I'm going to set them off to the side and unplug everything. I'm going to start with nozzle number 3, and you can tell 2, 3, and 4 by the pins being on the right, on the face, that when this is facing you. We're going to start by taking the back off. That's just magnetically held there. And then we're going to take, I like to use one of these little screwdrivers. We're just going to kind of push some of this out of the way. I like to take the wires out first out of their binding, and just be careful, take your time, don't break anything. Once you get that out, start pulling it out. Pull this one out too. You can kind of use your hands now. And then you're going to take your screwdriver or whatever you have. You can use the Allen key it came with as well. Let's pop that out. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. Again, I like to start with the wires. Kind of bring them out. I also like to take this out as well. Make sure you can see that in there. Before you try not to drop it like I did. I just like to try to push these wires out, and maybe even get your hand in there. This makes it so much easier to get off once these cables are actually out of where they're at right now. And again, just take your time. And I like to bring it over this motor. You take your screwdriver and make sure you can see this. And just boop, out it goes. You can obviously do it on your bench. The next thing we're going to do, or wherever you have it, like I said, I decided to take mine off. We're going to take these 2 Allen keys out. I'm using this iFixit screwdriver. You can use what it came with. And you just place these screws off to the sides because the new one comes with it. Place that off to the side. You're going to want to save these in case you have an incident with your nozzles. You at least have a set to go back to. I wouldn't throw them out. So this just kind of rests in here. You can kind of see it's got a lip. Let me make sure you can see it. You're just going to place that in there. And it's just going to rest there. And then we're going to take our 2 screws out of the bag. And I'm not going to tighten this one down all the way. So I want to get this other one in there first. Yeah, it's got those little recesses, but call me old-fashioned. Now I'm going to tighten this one down. And now we're going to rerun these wires, and this is something you want to pay attention to, because the first time I did it I messed up. I'm going to run this in here. Make sure I get that in. Again, just take your screwdriver and push these in. This goes behind here, right there. That's going to come around, and then you're going to squeeze it behind this connector again. You're going to take that screwdriver or whatever you're using, just kind of finesse it back there, use your hands a little bit. And once it's in there, I like to take my screwdriver, just ever so gently push it in there. Again, I'm going to take my screwdriver, give me a little bit of slack over here. We're going to try to push it down this hole. I might need to use another tool. And that one's in there. And again, it's got to go behind there, underneath here. And you want to try to jam it down that hole, but I don't think I'm getting it in that hole. And then we're going to run this second wire. I'm going to push it through here. Again, try to use your hands. You can use your screwdriver. Once it's through that first one, I like to plug it in and then run it through these two. I'm going to double check that everything's nice and tight before we put the magnet back on. And you're just going to repeat these for each of the nozzles, like I said earlier. You just want to make sure that's snug on there, make sure there's no wires hanging out. And look at that nozzle. All right, I'm going to finish this last one up and we'll go put these get these bad boys installed and I'll show you what to do next. I want to remind you that this piece in here needs to be pushed over so that red's not showing anymore, like that. And don't forget that 2, 3, and 4 have the pins on the right hand side. You just plop them back in. You want to make sure you have those pins in there. These right here. Once you've got the tool heads installed and put back together, I'm not going to show you how to do that. You can kind of figure that out. We're going to recalibrate the machine with the new hardened nozzles. So I'm going to start by taking out my lovely EOBS Kronos X plate, which I absolutely love. I recommend picking one up if you have a Snapmaker. The only downside to it is you can't use isopropyl alcohol on it. Alright, once you have everything put back together, I actually homed the bed first, and then you're going to come down into this little gear. You're going to go to device calibration, and I am going to do everything. And you're just going to click start. Thanks for watching to the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one.